So being, as defined in the dictionary, is the quality or state of having existence. The qualities that constitute an existent thing or essence. So when we're talking about being, to be is to simply be who you are prior to being yourself. So as a being, you take on the qualities of the self, as we defined it earlier. So when you were born, you really had no sense of self. You were just this innocent little being who came into this world. And as you grow, you take on certain qualities that make up your sense of self. So prior to taking on these qualities and characteristics and attributes that make you, you in front of other people, you are in essence simply being. So you are being prior to anything else. That is your essence. Understand that you are that life force that has to be present to take on these qualities of the self, right? Someone has to be present there. And this presence, this awareness that is there in the background, is the one that takes on these qualities of the self. So being is who you are before you are anyone or anything else. Before you take on any identities of being a human or being male or female, or being a certain age, or being in a certain culture, or having certain beliefs. Before you are any of that, or before you take on any of that, you are simply present, you are simply there, you are simply being. Now notice that mostly throughout the day or throughout your life, you are mostly identified with your sense of self than you are with being. You notice that? I would say 95% of the time, maybe more, you are identified with your sense of self, with your qualities and your characteristics and your identities and what makes you, you, versus someone else. While your sense of being is in the background. It's the witnessing, aware presence that you may once in a while tune into, where you know that you exist, you are there, you are always there, you were always there since you were a child, you were always there as you were growing up, and that sense of self, that sense of being is there right now, that has taken on your sense of self. So being is always in the background. You rarely identify with being because it doesn't have any qualities or attributes, right? It's the one who takes on those qualities and attributes. So it's like it's hidden in a way. The best analogy I can think of is an actor who goes on stage or who goes on the set to play a certain role, right? So whatever role that actor is playing, that actor has taken on that role. That is the actor's sense of self. Whether the actor is playing a firefighter, or a certain hero or heroine of some sort has certain qualities, has a life. Those are qualities and attributes that the actor has taken on. But the actor is the being who has taken on the role and is playing these roles. So I hope it's clear now as to what self is versus being.